Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I can get loud again to another normal game sent in by you, the fans, to Lifesaglitchtv at gmail.com. Mr. Maximus Black.
Yep.
Hit me up with the sound of getting out of your chair and throwing your back because you're in your mid-30s.
All right, yeah, I'll just go grab something to drink. Hey!
That was more or less verbatim what my life was about 4 or so 5 days ago now, I guess. Ironically, I had just finished stretching for like a half hour, getting all my hips and stuff opened up, old man morning routine type shit. Get downstairs, did 1 set of kettlebells. Felt great. It was like, that's all I wanted. I just want to wake myself up a little bit. Great. I'm in my chair getting the stream set up, and before I start, I lean on my right arm to get out of the chair to go literally get a glass of water, as Mr. Black had just done there in the noise. And it's gone. The old injured spot on my back threw out, and I got to about 7 o'clock that night. I had to stop streaming because I couldn't sit up straight. And I had to lay down and just pump myself full of muscle relaxants for 3 straight days. And I'm still coming down off of it. But it's just, a 36 going on 146 is kind of what my life is this week.
Hey, wait till you're my age.
But this is, I know I got a couple more years.
Yeah.
A couple more years in me. Yeah, it's been an old man week. This is a Will Cheese?
It is a Will Cheese. I know you said normal ass. It's supposed to be a Will Cheese.
My brain completely defaulted.
But
yeah,
it's not looking
hey, listen. Maybe I was looking into the future.
Yeah.
This shit is looking awful normal to me, Mr. Black.
Yeah, it is. I'm not really seeing anything out of the norm right now, but who knows what this drone's going to do. Maybe he decides to put a hatch here inside the base or something along those lines.
True.
Now, especially since he's blocked inside here, so
yes.
There is a chance that's what he shall do, and it looks like he might. Yep, there it is.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Will Cheese Fail sent in by you, the fans, to lifesaglitchtv at gmail.com. This is, yeah, I mean, you know what? We've seen this before. I don't know if this is, I mean, it's technically cheese because you have to commit to it, clearly. I mean, this is his 3rd hatch.
Yeah.
But we've seen this before, and I'm sure it happens with some frequency when you're against a Terran and they do finish the wall, and now your drone is just there. You've got 2 options, right? You either leave the drone in the corner and use it for scouting again in the future, or you just say, fuck it. Full send it, hatchery.
Yeah,
and see what you can pull off, and we know what we got here.
I mean, he could have grabbed the extractor. This wasn't being built at the time, so I don't know. Maybe this is part of the plan, or maybe it's just improv. It didn't, from the way he was opening. Although he did open up with a gas pretty quickly. He is getting. This is cheese. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is pretty cheesy.
We're committed.
Yeah. I mean, he's not droning. He's only getting lings. He's got a hatch inside the base, so it's just going to get really aggressive here. So Utter Chaos is looking to use his name and create Utter Chaos here. It's a bold move against Terran, considering, you can just sort of lift off and go down here and just have Marines on the other side, but I guess when Lings are coming on both ends, you just find yourself in a tough spot. Here we go.
You never want to be in a situation where Lings are coming in both ends, Mr. Black. It's true. That is a tough spot. But yeah, you can't really float your base off and land it somewhere if there are 13, 14 Lings outside your front door. It does make that a little bit difficult, and I suppose we should at least introduce our combatants. It's Kevin in the top right here, getting unfortunately severely. This isn't even harassed. He's just getting slapped around right now a little bit by Utter Chaos, the blue zerg from the bottom left, who is now getting into his 3rd hatchery down bottom. Maybe he's not going to go all in on this hatchery, but he's just using it to literally create
chaos.
Some utter chaos, Mr.
Yeah,
Black.
That's exactly what he's doing. I mean, if he could have finished the game, like if these Lings could have got inside here and he made a mistake and, just didn't get the supply due up in time or there was another error, then yeah, he probably would have committed to this, but he is being pretty smart. He's not even building a queen inside the base, which tells you a lot here, but there's really not a lot in here. I feel like if he actually did commit, he might have done a little bit more. Yeah, he might have done quite a bit more damage because, I mean, there is a bunker there. There's creep all over the place. There's only 3 Marines inside the base. Well, of course, there's these 2 Hellions as well, but I think if you brought out a queen, But then again, you know, Terran could pull SCV line and stuff like that. So I think Utter Chaos is playing it right. Now he's just sort of macroing in behind here. He's continuing to make some links. He's holding out here at the natural to make sure that this command center does not lift off and go and get his second. And meanwhile, like you said, he's got a third hatch. He is now teching immediately into Hydras. So he's got a Hydra and a Rotorn at the same time. Shit's getting real.
Yeah, shit's getting very real. He's not saturating those expansions, but he's taking the time to at least tech in behind all of this. And I guess you kind of have to, because you have to assume that if the Terran does get this under control, he is obviously held into the corner of his base. But I mean, Terran is Terran, and you do have to be a bit mindful of that. And so I think he's just trying to get ahead of it. I think we're going to get that Lurker Den. Now we're getting a Nydus. Ooh. So he's definitely feeling like he wants to keep up this pressure and not let this Terran leave this base. And I mean, why not? I mean, the Terran's taken a long time to deal with this one hatchery. It's only now just finally going down.
Yeah.
So I think Utter Chaos is making the right move by just keeping the pressure up and maybe trying to get into this Nydus.
He is making the right move. He's not overcommitting to any of this. Look, he's coming back out. He's going to get a couple of Marine kills here as well. Once this siege tank sieges up here on the high ground, there's really not much that these Lings can do. Actually, he's just going to go right down. He does have enough Hellions and Marines to get rid of that. But, you know, Kevin under a lot of pressure, but did a fantastic job. I mean, he was over SCVing to prepare for when the natural does come down, although he did not transfer yet. There's the transfer now. He also has that third command center going, and he's teched the whole time. He's got his Stargate. He's got his engineering bay, so he's probably going to be starting these upgrades. He's also going for an armory. You may see some Thors come into the mix here. So I think he did relatively well. Both players did well. It's almost even Steven. It's 62 supply to 54. Zerg is naturally going to have a little bit more no matter what. I think it's relatively even. Both guys are teching. Now, the Lurker here could be a problem, especially now that Kevin feels like he might be a little bit behind. He may get mules, not have scan, not the ability to have scan. This third command center is going to help out a great deal, but he does need to watch it. This is a decent unit composition, but he's going to need those medevacs. He's going to need or a Raven, or he's going to have some energy in order to get those scans off to see these Lurkers.
Yeah, absolutely. And you would think maybe with the way this was going that it wasn't so even Steven, as Mr. Black was saying, given the number of bases we saw Utter Chaos put up. But the reality is that given the pressure he was putting on, he wasn't really able to fully saturate and get into the macro of those expansions until more recently. Yeah. And so it is a much closer game than it would have been otherwise. And I agree, definitely he could be in a situation where, this is Kevin, where he does feel like he has to try to play catch up and he might overspend that energy not knowing that the Lurkers are coming, but he's going to find out pretty soon, Mr. Black.
And this is the thing that I've been running into playing ladder, where Zergs are being extra aggressive when it comes to Nydus play. You've seen him just pull out about 10 different overlords, scatter them all over the map, and he is ready to throw a Nydus down in many different positions, no matter what. So this is going to be constant aggression. It doesn't seem like Kevin is going to have too much of a problem dealing with this main. The siege tank is here. Still doesn't have the medevac, so getting this the starport is going to be huge. He's going for a BC. If he can get that BC out, that would be massive. Those things are very, very tough to kill, and it's going to force a lot more Hydra out on the field. The siege tank is going down. It looks like the BC is going to be able to finish, and he is going to clean this relatively easily and lost minimal SCVs in the process. Would love to see him pick up this command center and start to get down a third ASAP. And there is the teleport on the other side of the map, and now the Zerg is the one dealing with some aggression.
This is the equivalent of the Terran Nydus, Mr. Black. The BC popping up wherever the damn well it chooses every so often. The cooldown is spicy. The amount of time it takes to warp out is even spicier. And so he's going to be able to start to pick off some of these extra units. He's got to be careful, though, to not lose track of that BC while he's getting harassed back at base. He is kind of probably spending more time down here than he should. He might need to send that back home and help clean it up. He's done a little bit of work here. Wow, okay, he was going to repair the...
Yeah, the BC. He's gonna...
So it's LAGTV. It's LAGTV. I was like Manor Mule, then I realized he's just repairing the damn
He's just
BC.
repairing.
Yeah,
It's
true.
smart. Yeah,
he's just repairing it, which is smart to do here. And,
I like that.
And this is this is a very. He's done a lot to just shut down this one base, which is necessary, but God help him if he loses this BC. He really needs to get that out of here.
Yeah, he needs to teleport this BC out, and unfortunately, he doesn't have what it takes. Oh, my goodness. What was happening back here? Yeah, his whole base was just getting wrecked. His whole base. He needed that BC back at home, unfortunately.
I think if he did like bring that back home earlier, and with all the SCVs, he would have had it the natural. Like, let's say he warps to the natural and just shoves every SCV underneath of it.
Well,
and then just A moves into the base.
Well, the problem is once he teleports, right? It's on a long cooldown. Even there, he couldn't just go back. So, like, he just made a decision to go, and he didn't have a second BC. It's not like he could have just teleported back, and if he flew...
Oh, did he not have the teleport back? Did he not have...
He didn't have
okay. I thought
it was on cooldown.
The cooldown was already done.
No, it was still on cooldown, so unfortunately...
What is the cooldown right now?
I'm not a Terran player. It's a long fucking time, bro. You're asking me these intricacies.
Okay.
I don't even play the goddamn race, but clearly it's like two
color
minutes.
What color is the pilot's eyes, Mr. Black?
I don't know.
What is he like in his coffee?
I couldn't tell you.
Is he really Russian?
Well, maybe. Maybe. Well, I do know one thing. NordVPN. In the description below, go ahead and grab yourself a subscription to NordVPN and send in those replays. So if you do get a 2-year subscription, make sure you take a screenshot and send it to us at lifesaglitchtv@gmail.com alongside a replay of your choice under 30 minutes. I don't care. It could be 2v2, 3v3, free-for-all. I don't give a dang. We're going to cast it. Even if it's bad.
Yes, sir.
We're just going to do it. And pretty soon, we're going to be announcing a Cold Cast Marathon as a big thank you for you guys supporting the last campaign. We're giving y'all a break. Getting a little small break here.
Yes.
We're going to let you breathe. But if you guys do want to support the channel, you can head on over to patreon.com/LAGTV and, support us there as well. And that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to sell out for. Do you?
Not right now, because like you said, we're giving him a break, but don't get too comfortable. You never know. Could surprise you.